Hello everyone, it's DD here, and welcome to another LEGO MOC video. It's actually been a while since I posted a MOC, other than the recent LEGO Carnage pixel art. But this one is actually one of my favorites. It's definitely in my top 5, maybe in top 3. This is a 3D display piece of the logo on Tom Holland's new classic suit from the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. Ever since I saw that suit, I've just fallen in love with it. I'm actually working to get a suit like that and use it for cosplay and TikTok and stuff like that. But this was an idea I had at school one day. I was like, hey, what if I built like a red back like base plate and had the 3D spider emblem on it? And I was like, well, then that's going to be pretty difficult because like all the different articulation and stuff that you're going to have to do for the spider legs, and also on his new logo, there's gaps between everything. There's a gap between the head and the body. There's gaps between each pair of legs. Also, I don't know why it keeps getting blurry every time I put my hand on the screen, but that's really annoying. This took me, I believe, a few days. I don't exactly remember. It's been a minute. Like, this stuff has just been sitting around waiting to be filmed. But I used only black and red pieces. And it wasn't, I mean, it was pretty difficult. I had to revise it like 10 times over and over again. So that if you notice, it's got tiles on all 4 sides. So like, here's the 3D spider emblem. Like you can tell, like that's popping out. That's 3D. I'll explain how I did that in a minute, but on every single side, it's covered with tiles. And then there's the back. There's nothing like, I kind of want to be able to put it on my wall, so I might have to go back and add some like bricks with holes in them so I can put the nails in there, but we'll see. Also, those are the lamps, so yeah, ignore the glare. And the most difficult side to add tiles on was this one, because I had to add all of those extra, all these like pieces like that, and it was pretty annoying. But thankfully, when like, say for these ones, like that stuff lines up like just perfectly. So when you put it on, it creates the illusion that, you know, oh, it's attached to those pieces, when in reality it's not. And the way this was made was these are 2x3 bricks going down the middle, and then ignore these for a sec. And then there's studs sticking out right here along these ones, and then these are just built onto it. If you look, if I bend it a little bit, you can see how it's made there. The tiles are really the only thing holding it together. So yeah, you got to be careful with that. So the way I made it look 3D, sorry, let me just take off some of these for a second, was in the center right here, I used 1x2 bricks with studs, 2 studs on each side, and it goes in, like you can tell, like it's built into the center piece here, along with this up here. Let me just take these off. And you can actually see the gaps of where it's at, so that I made it centered. And then when you put these on, it actually covers up those gaps pretty well. And then when you put these on, it also... this part right here was actually the hardest part of it to design, because this part I came up with right off the bat, because it uses those jumper plates that don't have the hole in the middle, and instead has that little like tooth clips, and they just clip onto that one singular stud up there, and it works. But getting it to sort of come down to a point was so difficult, because it comes down to a straight point, and I wasn't able to do that, so I settled for a 1 stud gap in between. But also LEGO sometimes does that with their stuff to make it like pointy. And then as for stuff like these, like to get it to like bend like all this, so I am going to take off one of these sides real quick just to show you. Let me just take that off. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so for example here, this is added via a jumper plate with this top stud part right here bending and then attaching onto that, and it lines up perfectly straight with this one, which is how it is on the actual suit. And then these bricks go on and the tiles to create the illusion that it's just popping out. Same thing here. This is a 2x2 plate sticking it out. Same there, same there. 2x3, a 2x4, 2x4, 2x3. And it was actually pretty difficult managing to, like, getting to make it so that these go like that and they don't touch each other. Like, obviously this gap is smaller than that gap, but it's still a gap nonetheless, so it still creates that illusion. And also I wanted to limit the amount of times I'd have to use the 1x1 ones with the rounded edges, but I only had to use it twice, which is really good. And no, unfortunately, I'm not going to do a tutorial of this because of like how difficult it was to make this and the amount of pieces that go into it. There's probably like a good, just by looking at it, maybe around 300, something like that. I have no idea, but I don't know. Like I said, I just came up with this idea at school one day, and I thought it'd be pretty cool. And if I can, I'd like to hang it up on my wall or put it on display somewhere. But I like it. I like it a lot. And originally, I was going to go back and add like webs going down to create that illusion that it's like actually part of the chest just taken out. But then I decided not to because this already, like, it would obstruct from it, and then there'd just be black attached to it, and it would look weird. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like, leave a comment down below. What do you think about this? Hit the subscribe button, turn notification for every time I post a video. Peace out, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.